Hey everyone, Jay Whitner here with Space Headlines. We do a quick recap each week of what's going on in the space universe. And today we're going to be talking about the first week of September 2018. Our first item comes from the NASA administrator, and he believes that sustainable human lunar presence won't require giant budgets like we had during Apollo. He thinks this for several different reasons, but some of the big ones are the presence of these vibrant commercial companies, the new public-private partnership model that things are worked on often these days, and also international participation in the effort. So if you mix all that together, he thinks we can go back to the moon and stay without breaking the bank. Many scientists have come to the conclusion that there's a very large planet orbiting our sun that's way out beyond Neptune. And the evidence for this is basically the orbital paths of some small bodies in the outer solar system that indicate that there is something that is effectively shepherding these orbits and making them orbit the way they do. The thinking is that this planet would be 5 to 20 times the mass of Earth. It would be very, very far away from the sun, perhaps even 1,000 times further than the sun than Earth is, and as such, very, very difficult to detect. So this is something that they are continuing to work on, and whoever finds it will be a very famous guy. Hewlett-Packard put together a contest, and the idea for this contest was, what would the Martian city of the future look like? And the contest was very popular. It was started roughly a year ago. They got about 500 entries for the contest. And a lot of the leading entries had as a key feature a very large central enclosed area, sort of a giant atrium for the city where people could hang out and feel spaciousness and openness, that they could get out there without having a spacesuit on. So the finalists made some beautiful, beautiful pictures. I assume that you can find them somewhere on the Hewlett-Packard website, but also on sciencealert.com. We've gotten some interesting feedback on the TRAPPIST-1 solar system. And if you're not familiar with this, TRAPPIST-1 is about 40 light years from here, which as distances go in the galaxy, that's like right next door. This is thought to be the best place for a lot of things in terms of Earth-like planets. There are 7 planets in this system that are all in what's called the habitable zone. This means that the temperatures support liquid water on the surface. These planets have rocky cores, and this would be a great place to go and set up shop if we have the technology to get there. So this will also be a great place to focus the next generation of space telescopes on, James Webb and other telescopes that are upcoming, to see what we can learn about this system and monitor things closely over there. SpaceX and Boeing are making good progress toward launching astronauts to the space station in spring of 2019. So this is 7-8 months from now. Very exciting news. The timing seems to be that both companies are going to be ready at about the same time. And it's long past due. The last space shuttle flight was over 7 years ago. So that's how long it's been since we've had American astronauts fly up to space from American shores. So this is something long awaited, and everyone's going to be very excited when this gets going again. The nominee for the NASA Deputy Administrator position, the number 2 guy at NASA, is James Morhard, was nominated. The news was that the Senate committee, it's the Senate Commerce Committee who does this, they gave a thumbs up and endorsed Mr. Morhard for NASA Deputy Administrator. There were no outspoken criticism that I understand in this committee hearing. The next stop is this is going to go to the full Senate for ratification for his position at NASA. And presuming that he is confirmed, this would solidify NASA's top management team and enable NASA to move forward. NASA did some testing this week on a parachute system designed for landing things on Mars. It's very difficult to design parachutes for these supersonic uses because they come in hot to Mars, so they're moving really fast, and you have these supersonic issues. This project is called the Spire. It was undertaken at the Wallops Island facility by NASA. They used this the sounding rocket that you're seeing here to get the parachute at the appropriate altitude and speed for testing. Testing went really, really well. So hopefully another checkbox on the way to Mars. That's it for our show this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in a week or so with our show covering the second week of September 2018. We'll see you then.